Joab, he's a killer. He was David's right-hand man. And he believed if anybody resisted, kill him. And if there's a family and they're apt to have some children that will rise up and resist, kill them all. Kill the whole family. He killed a whole town once. He went into town and killed everybody in it. Joab was a killer. He's a man of death. He put people to death. But when Solomon became king, he got on the wrong side. And finally Solomon said, "Go kill him." They went to Joab, and he was so scared, afraid to die. He went to the temple. He got a hold of the horns on the altar, and he held on, and they had to pry that killer loose. That man that dealt with death all of his life, they had to pry him loose and drag him out and kill him because he was afraid of death. And he killed people. But he was afraid to die. There's people afraid to die, afraid of death. Remember, Jesus, with his death, conquered death. He set us free from death by his death. He paid our price for us. He died, and death for us died. We're not going to die as such because we're in Jesus. He said at the tomb of Lazarus, "Whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die." That's what he said. We don't need to be afraid of death because Jesus took care of it for us. There's people afraid of death, afraid to die. We fear not. Don't fear living. Don't fear dying. Life forevermore. Don't fear eternity. Don't fear eternity. Jesus and these disciples ministered in town. Left, walking down the road. There was somebody coming running. A young man. He's running. He's not going to pass us. He's running to us. He ran and slid into the feet of Christ. Down there on his knees and looked up at Christ. "What do you want? Tell me how I can have eternal life." He's afraid of eternal. He's afraid of, tell me, how can I live in eternity? And Jesus told him about the law. He saw that he loved things so much he wouldn't give it up for Christ. And he walked away sad. Disciples believed that anybody that had money was spiritual and righteous. That was a teaching of the Jews. That money indicated righteousness. He was rich, so the disciples thought he was righteous. And they turned to Jesus and said, "Hey, if that man," that's good, "that man got money and righteous, Lord, if he can't be saved, who can be saved?" That's what they said. Who can be saved? And then Jesus said, "With men, it is impossible. A man can't save his own soul. And a man can't save another man. With man, it is impossible. But with God, all things are possible." We can be saved tonight because of God. Brother Matt, down the hills of Noble County, up on the hill.